Do illegal immigrants solve labor shortages? Do we need them to have a functioning economy? This is a standard argument of the left that they use to import millions of unskilled migrants into the US and Europe, and now with immigration becoming a top voter concern in both America and Europe, to the point it's driving millions of voters to populist candidates, the left-wing media is laying out the gaslight trying to convince voters that we need millions of unvetted quasi-educated foreigners to avert a demographic crisis. The claim is we have a severe labor shortage and only immigration can solve it. A well-funded pro-immigrant push poll last year phrased it that way, asking if it was important to increase immigration to, quote, address labor shortages and inflation. By the way, the inflation bit is basically saying that without all these millions of additional workers, wages would go up. More on that. So let's take it head on. Do illegal immigrants solve labor shortages? In short, no. Because immigrants bring their own labor shortage with them. After all, they go to the dentist, they fix their cars, they go to McDonald's, and especially illegals certainly consume social work and police. This is pretty obvious logically. After all, if America annexed, say, the country of France, population 65 million, we would not suddenly have 65 million extra workers lying around unused. Because the good people of France are already very busy, they hire each other as dentists, mechanics, fast food workers, and everything in between. So they would bring their own job shortage with them. In fact, that's pretty close to a constant worldwide. A new immigrant uses almost as much labor as they contribute. So where does the notion come from? Well, at that point, we get into the composition of immigrants. Who exactly is being admitted? So if, say, you admit 10,000 dentists, then yes, you will have a worse shortage of car mechanics and fast food workers, but you will have very cheap dentists. Now, if instead you import 10 million unskilled workers, you'll have very, very cheap unskilled workers, but maybe you'll have to wait 3 months to see a dentist, or a car mechanic will charge double. By gum, though, you will have cheap fruit pickers. So you worsen the shortage of skilled workers while you cause a glut of unskilled workers that drives your own unskilled workers down to poverty-level wages. Indeed, that's why corporations push the labor shortage argument in the first place. They quite like poverty wages, however they get it. Incidentally, this is why even Donald Trump was advocating more immigration, but more skilled immigration. More dentists, doctors, engineers, people we actually do have a shortage of, and fewer semi-literate manual laborers. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. The labor shortage argument is the left's go-to, but voters are not buying it because they see the other problems: the welfare, the crime, the plunging wages for manual labor or factory jobs. A recent poll in France, which is suffering its own left-driven migrant flood, found that 7 in 10 reject that argument. Notably, more women than men reject it, and of course, French blue-collars reject it strongly, since they know the unskilled migrants in question will undercut their own wages to poverty level. Of course, none of this will stop the globalists who have infiltrated Western governments. They see voters as an obstacle, not a constituency to serve, but being clear on the facts can help sway the undecided. Read the whole article at peterstonge.com with charts and all. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.